Hi all, welcome to another chess24 Banter Blitz. I just want to show you the discount code screen first. You can get a whopping 15% off premium membership, so all the perks, with the voucher code Kingscrusher, so check that out. You can challenge all the streamers, grandmasters, world-class players, not just bunnies like me. So you just send your challenge 15 minutes before and it goes on our challenge list, and then we sort of pick off from that. So that cool system I'm going to use now. Okay, so I'm going to go to the challenges slightly earlier today because of Tatar Still. Okay, user 1234, very original nickname, user 1234. Hope the preview is okay. Hope audio and visual is okay. Please let me know. We're starting off today with a high rating, I think, from the last game last Sunday was quite fun. Fast and Furious 3 minute. I was lucky to win that against a much higher rated player. Hence my rating at the moment is quite good. I wonder if I can hold on to it for just one game. That's a bit negative, isn't it? And this is a Tarish defense though, which I don't normally play. So the dreaded isolated queen's pawn. Can I pin this? So he's playing against my isolated queen's pawn. I'm hoping to have some compensation here for this potential structural issue. The blockade square d4. The IQP perks include hooks on c4 and e4. Files are usually quite good for the rooks. So there are some perks of the isolated queen's pawn. IQP as it's sometimes referred to as a shortcut. Let's put the rook here for bishop b8. So that looks useful. I don't know if b5 is really on the cards. If I play knight e4 now. Okay, g7 is a bit more sensitive. Queen d6, queen g6 after. b5 is a constant concern. I wonder if a6, probably bishop a6 for rooks. No, he hasn't got that yet. Oh, knight c5 is good though. Maybe for bishop a7 though, as an option. Knight c5, queen e7, queen d5 though. I wonder if I can just play g5. Is that far too weakening? Looks a bit crazy. I think b5 is the problem. It's decentralizing my knight. If I play a6 and suffer a bit with a6, is that the best? Just to stop b5. Knight c5, I need an answer for knight c5 though. Any answers for knight c5? What is he actually threatening? Knight takes b7 and he's on my d5. I could just take it, maybe. If rook takes bishop a7, and it's got rook d5, I just lose this pawn. Then he takes this bishop after. Okay, so knight c5, rook e7 maybe? How about knight g5? Knight b7. As knight takes f3 and queen c7, hitting h2, threatening a mate and threatening the knight. Knight g5, knight takes queen, bishop takes e2, queen g5 or knight b7 after. How about just queen What about this queen d6 threatening, or queen c7 threatening bishop f3? Queen d5, bishop f3. Maybe queen c7 is okay. Maybe. So queen d5, bishop takes f3. I just thought queen d6 runs into knight takes b7, hitting the queen. At least I can. This soft spot, bishop takes f3, is crude for queen h2, but g3, knight g3 maybe. Knight e4, d takes. Okay, then there's queen h2 after. It's possibly a dangerous move. Possibly. Knight g5 here. If I play knight g5, queen h2, rook e1, knight f3, queen h2, queen h3. Probably knight g5 is... There's a knight e5, knight e5. I think knight g5. Queen d5, knight f3, queen h2. King g2. Again, knight f3 and queen h2. Bishop b5. I think I'll just take. Knight e5. I think I'll just take. Possibly, this is a use of the isolated queen's pawn. I remember in my memories this game of Peter Large. He was playing with an IQP and sort of played kind of crudely for an attack. It does seem there are extra attacking opportunities, direct attacking opportunities with the IQP. This is pretty direct stuff. If I'd moved my bishop back, I think White's having a good time. Alright, knight takes looks good for knight f3 here. So knight f3 check. He was an accountant. He was a bit insecure. He did become a chess professional for a bit, Peter Large. He said he was insecure a bit and then went back into accountancy. Yeah, maybe the life of a chess professional is not for everyone. In fact, I think he said his gameplay got a bit worse because he depended on it for a living, chess. But yeah, I remember checking out some of his games. It's probably good when you're playing him over the board tournaments. I don't know why. I don't know. I always had a look at other people's games and got ideas. I know it's ridiculous, but if you're playing just your own games in a Swiss tournament, maybe you're missing out. I don't know. I just was keen to watch other people's games and pick up stuff, especially from the demo boards. But anyway, thanks for the game, user. I think, yeah, the IQP can be pretty dangerous. The commutator. So if I play bishop c5, put the bishop over here, or not yet. Do I? It's not really castling. Please. I'm not going to resist. I can't resist. It makes sense for this format, for as many games as I can get in with you guys. It makes sense to try and wipe you all out as quickly as possible. That was a joke. That was a joke. I'm joking. Or am I? The thing is, you might think this is unsound, but I can claim this is a positional play because the pawn structure has been isolated as isolated pawns. It's called the hack attack opening. Question over there from Guillaume Maffy. It's called hack attack opening. I don't know what it's called. But h3 seems to be a big target here on a plate. Does White really want to do this? In theory. I can hit a e3 here. That's a useful destination for the queen. I must admit, I once worked for an accountancy software thing after I graduated. I didn't really like it. I managed to blow up one of their machines one weekend, and that put me off messing with computer hardware for a long time. Not blow up, kind of electrocuted myself. It had a weird power supply. I mean, I wasn't in hospital or anything, but it was an unpleasant experience. It was back in the days. It wasn't so clear the safety signs on the electricity. So anyway, why can't I take on e3 and then drop back? Can I not nick this pawn and then drop back? I've done a bit of damage here. I feel I've done a bit of damage to White's position. I'm threatening mate in one now because that bishop's taking out an escape exit for the king. So the threat is mate in one. And this looks good because if the rook moves, queen takes f3. If the bishop moves, well, I'll play this. Now, if the pawn takes, then I mate. I've got rook h2 incoming. Rook h2. But there's also an incoming knight takes d4. And all this with my king in the centre is a bit cheeky. The rooks have not said hello to each other yet. They have not woken up and had breakfast yet. Rook h2. Threatening checkmate. I don't know if you've heard the news. Stockfish is taking a beating, and one of the tournaments has lost 3 now to a neural network. I'm wondering if this year could be the year of the neural networks. Stockfish is starting to take a beating. 94. I've been following Leela since its earlier stages when I could beat it on one node. And I think I've just blundered my queen, haven't I? Oh well, I've got the fork, thankfully. Otherwise, that was literally a piece queen blunder. Yes, this is the problem with chatting too much and not watching what's going on. I could just lose 6 million rating points at any time, which makes this a great thrill, really. Okay, this is such a great thrill, this game. Yeah, okay, I accidentally blundered the queen, but thankfully I'll save by the fork. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, I think I've been using form pawns more recently, especially in bullet chess. Or here, bullet and blitz. Okay, thanks. No, I was a bit lucky there that I had that fork. Okay. Fuchsrudel. Why do I keep thinking of apple strudel when I read the name Fuchsrudel? I don't know why. I don't know. Okay, weird. Okay, so what to do? I'll try b3. No. Yes. Maybe b3. Possibly. It's the Snyder variation. SNYDER. Snyder variation. I believe. He's fatally weakened the light squares. What is this? Weakening the light squares. You guys give me things on a plate here. You're giving me light squares on a plate. There might be a method to the madness here, I guess. It's not all this bishop's blunted, isn't it? This bishop's well blunted, actually. This is the whole point of black setup. it hasn't just got total downsides. There is an upside. It's blunting the bishop. Otherwise, it's a light square disaster. Can I have a pawn locking down d5? That's what I want. A pawn locking down d5 here. And so I had a sleepless night one night this week. I watched the film Upgrade, which I think is about sort of technology, and this computer sort of took over. I don't want to spoil it for you. It's got a rating over 7, so check it out. Science fiction called Upgrade, film called Upgrade. Check it out. Yeah, I think it worried me a bit. I was less enthusiastic than usual to cover a neural network chess the next day. Let's put it like that. I think sci-fi does sometimes go on for the downside of technology, how computers will take over, enslave us, etc. What a great future! What a great future is in line for us. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. 94. So c3, queen f3. If I really want to kill my bishop, I could play c3 here. Why would I want to do that? To move the knight, and then I could play bishop c1. Maybe there's a method to the madness here with bishop c1. Bishop c1 if f5 knight g3. So much for my ambitions on the light squares here. I don't know what I'm doing now. What am I doing? Queen d3. Double the rooks. f5 is incoming. If I play g4, queen h4, f3, f5 is always going to be painful. Rook e3, f5. g3, f5, b4, f5, knight g3, f5. I think I'm getting a picture that f5 could be handy here. If I play queen h5 just to interfere with f5, f5 knight g5 for knight e6, that interferes with f5. It stops queen h4, stops g6. Queen h5 ticks quite a few boxes, so to speak. It's more important also to check forcing moves as well as tick boxes, though I find. If you're ticking positional boxes, be aware that you might not be checking forcing moves. You've got to do everything in chess. Tick boxes and check forcing moves. Okay, so here, there's moves which could tick quite a few boxes and just lose tactically. So f5 knight g5. f5 knight g5, but he's going to win c3 or a2. If I play a4, f5 is prompted. Knight g5, queen c3, knight e6, rook f7. If I have a knight on f6, rook e3, rook left to g3 later. That seems like tempting. Isn't there anything more better? g4, f5. What about knight takes d6 as an example? Knight takes d6. Why isn't that any good? There's queen c3 all the time. Well, there's queen e5. Queen takes e5, taking the centre pawn. That looks good, just undermining the pawns. That looks actually quite good. Hey, I'm tempted. I'm going to do it. Oh, it's done. Queen takes c3, queen takes e5. I've undermined the pawn chain. Okay, so I can play this. If rook e8, I'll take with the queen. Knight g4 hits f2 though, because that queen's doing something cheekily over there. Now I thought I could play rook b1 here. For rook takes b7 because the knight's holding c4. Again, there's no rook e8, I just take. If there's rook b7, is that any good? It's still got past a pawn now. So he's got this past a pawn. pain. And there's still knight g4. I can always take the knight on rook e8. If I have to play knight g4, queen e2, rook e8, I don't take here because of queen f2 maybe. Or maybe I do because, I don't know. But there's knight e8 as well. So rook takes b7. Do I nick that b7 pawn now? It's getting scary. I don't like this queen over here. So queen e2, rook e8, there's knight takes e8. Alright, he's ending with the passed a pawn. How is that? You can also play queen takes because it's on e1. So there's no queen g4. Is that h3? Knight f7, just checking knight f7. Knight e4. Knight b5. Rook d7. How about rook d7 to keep the knight on d6? Rook d7. It controls e8. It's quite useful for a moment controlling e8. The rook can't easily be hit, but he's got this flying a pawn at the moment. Actually, he has got knight f6 as well. Knight f6 could be annoying. Yeah, it's knight d5, for example. And then knight f4, queen f3, rook e8, cd. I don't think he's got time for f5 there. So let's imagine knight f4. Oh. He's going for an f5. Oh, I can play f3 at minimum. There's no knight f6. I think the queen holds e8. There's no knight f6. Gf. Okay. Knight f6 here, g takes. If I just kick this guy. Oh, form pawn. Temporary form pawn. Alright, it was getting a bit scary tactically. I didn't like the queen round here. Naughty queen doing stuff, hitting f2. Bobinson. Hi. Tango. This is one of my favourite point scorers with black, this position. It's like a pleasure for dark square play, generally. Knight takes e4, fret. Knight takes e4. Is that a threat? I would have thought I can get away with it here. So do I have knight takes c or knight takes d2 sufficient? So I've still got a pin out of this. Pin and win. Bishop without the counterpart. Does he take this bishop out? Otherwise this bishop's without a counterpart. It's an unbalanced mathematical equation, this bishop. Okay, so he's taking it out. Queen f6, e4. Queen f6, e4. If I play queen f6 and e4, is there something like knight e5 after and f4? Okay, that was a previous. So queen f6, e4, knight e5, f4. Yeah. Okay. I can get ready for 96, I hope. As long as there's no queen h5 incoming, I could take them if the queen takes 96. If I play c6 and d5 there. So take c6 and then d5. Any other points of note here? Knight f4 interferes as knight takes h4. Still interfering. g3, queen takes g5 for knight f3 check. So g3, queen takes g5. Knight e6, I think I'll take, and then can I play f4? So I'm hitting the knight. So queen e3, I'll take the knight rather than get mated. Knight e6, I'll take here in c6. Any g3 is knight f3 if the knight's not there. If I don't have f3, I have the form pawn. So just the form pawn generally wins quite quickly. Queen d7 here. What would he have to do? Knight g5 again. Knight g5, say rook f5. Say takes, rook takes. Maybe there's queen takes, queen h3, king g1, the queen's holding g2. Isn't there a simpler h6? Yeah, just what about simpler h6? G takes, h takes, with the threat of queen h3. Okay, queen g5, queen h3, king g1 again. The queen holds g2. How about just knight g2 then? Rook f4, knight g2. It's got knight f3 for king g2. Is that really the case? Rook f5. There's always knight e6 as well. Alright, so what if I just, for the moment, move this back? So knight e6. Knight e6 is the move, surely. So say rook e6. I want to play c6 to undermine this knight. In the meantime, the h file might be something. Rook h1. He has to move the king now. What about queen g5, c6? Right, I think I get to zap this, and this is a major rook sack, and I'm walking into this diagonal. Hold on. This h file scares me now. Do I really risk a rook sack? Oh, crikey. I don't know. Would he do it? Probably would. I'm hoping I don't get mated. Okay. I have to start calculating. King G1, CD, Rook H2, King... Oh, he hasn't got the other rook swinging back. Hang on. Maybe it's not that dangerous. Any bishop... bishop takes, there's Rook E6. Right, Queen G5, King G8. Okay. Knight F8, Queen D8. What about Bishop D7? Just wait for Queen H5, Knight F8. Bishop D7 just to cover D8. Getting scary. Can I put a bishop on G6 just... Let's move. If I have a bishop on G6, I'll sleep better. If I take the queens off, I'll sleep even better. Okay. Thanks, Bob. Gave me a scare with the H file. There's a towel in you to be evolved. Evolve that towel style. Okay. Shrimmel. Don't like this. Okay, I hope E5 is okay. He's gonna be annoying, isn't he? Oh God, it's gonna be D takes, isn't it? What? In fact, why would I want to allow this position? Yuck. Actually, I've covered a Magnus Carlsen game in this similar line, Fianchetto, King's Engine. It was really painful. Okay. There is a trick. Takes Bishop D8 for this C7. There is a trick. He didn't take the queens off to be really annoying, with a slight little pull advantage, slight edge. Perhaps just taking the queens off. Really? It's weakening D4. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm super happy about D4. That's brilliant news. I can use D4 here and still have C6. So, in other words, what's happened here, this might be instructive, is that white has weakened a central square, and potentially I can use D4 with a knight, say, which can't be kicked with either C3 or E3, whilst I can kick the corresponding knight on d5. Okay, but in the meantime, there's concerns here. f6, f6 to stop queen h6, knight g5. f6, is that enough? There is queen f7 after. So if I play queen f7, alright, queen f7, queen g7, and the endgame, so I've got king walks on dark squares. In the meantime, I've got d4 thing going on. Love of d4 here. I was kicking out d5. Knight b8, knight a5, knight b8, knight a5. Knight's not going to get back, is it? So knight b8, c6. How do I get the knight to d4 after? That's interesting. I can go via c5, e6, d4. And then the bishop can go on this diagonal. Having knight b8. So something like c6, a5, knight a6, knight c5, bishop moves, knight e6. I would have to move the knight away from f3. What about knight a6 here, just to get a knight into c5, short-term little goal. Get the knight to c5. He plays a3. Right, there is king f7 here, or rook e8. Is there any problem with king f? This doesn't allow bishop because of takes, so king f7 does allow bishop e7. And this is a piece set on e5 or g5. Or d5. Oh, I have to play king f7 here. I did bishop e7. Bishop c7. Maybe bishop e7 is better. So actually, I've made this harder to get a knight into d4. I can maybe a5 to tickle these pawns. Activate the a rook. I'm going to activate a rook. Use knight b5 to d4. Right, whilst no entry points, there's knight c2. If I double the rooks, do they do anything? No entry points just yet. If I double the rooks, knight b5. Right, there's possibly a piece sack happening on e5. What if I take that? I weaken d7. This piece sack might not be convincing. I need this to stand guard of d7, surely. So we'll go back to encouraging this to sack. Encouraging sack then. Is there going to be a sack on e5? Does activate the rook on the f file. Must be knight e5. Right. I can take it on king f6 maybe. There's also rook a1 check. Does that do anything? Maybe bishop takes c5 first. Oh, there's knight d7 immediately. Okay. It isn't such a bad exchange sack, it seems. This check is useful. Does he go into a pin? I'll take here, otherwise f2 drops. Let's protect these pawns. on dark squares generally. Away from us, stop f4. It's going to unpin with king g2. Can I repin? There's bishop d3. But what about f2? And there's also... Okay, rook e7, king d4. Otherwise that would be... Oh, there's rook e6 as well. Alright, check king c3. Okay, if I take lockdown dark squares and try and win this pawn with king c3. I hate being on a light square. Dark square safety. Okay, there's a question here. In fact, how do I win this? Can I take here? I'll take here. Oh, it is a draw. It is a draw. Sorry. It is a draw. Well played. Well played. Well played. Oh, I feel bad now. I feel bad. I should have offered a draw. Okay. Oh God, I'm gonna get stick for the rest of the week now. I'm going to say sorry. Yeah, well played. It's come back there. Maybe it was drawn. There. Oh God, I shouldn't be smiling about that. That's for sure. Okay. That is. Oh. What's going on here anyway? H4 knight g5. H4 knight g5. Is this any good? F4 knight g5. It's probably not worth the pawns. Probably not. He's just going to take all my pawns. I can imagine taking all my pawns. Knight g3 is probably an idea. Knight f5. Sack on h4 instead. Leave f4 alive. Run with h. Oh, why didn't I think about that? Thank you, mechanic. Yeah. That does sound a lot better. than trying to win with the ace pawn. Oh, crikey. Okay. I don't know if what am I doing here now? G3 and bishop G2. Can I play G3 and bishop G2? Well, bishop H3 and rook E1. I just want to play on the and it looks all pretty dangerous here. There's C4. Okay, it looks really dangerous. Well, it's not going to move, is it? Is it? Knight F3. I'm hitting E6. Is there any mileage in Knight F3? I hope. Maybe for Knight G5. Trying to get the H file open. B4, C4. Would he give up the bishop? Knight D5. Queen D5. Gives up the bishop. There's C4 here. Trying to soften these light squares. G6 he would just take, I suppose. There's Knight F3 incoming as well. Bishop G2. Okay. This. Knight F3, maybe bishop E6 or something. Queen F2. For bishop G2. Hang on, there's also Queen G6. Queen G6 is really dangerous. Huh. Oh, crikey, there's Queen G6. He could win another pawn for nothing. Queen G6. He's going for a mate over here. Maybe there's King C1 on Queen G6. So can I play this? Bishop D5. That's really unpleasant. Takes check. Yeah. check. I think bishop takes b3. Is that my best survival chance? Bishop takes b3. Oh, he's got the d file as well. The rookie one, knight d2, king c2. There's, I'll try it as survival chances go. Okay, yeah, I just playing survival odds, calculating how many pre-moves can I get in this variation compared to this variation, and factor in how many seconds my opponent's got. Sorry, that's quite brutal, but that is it. When there's a fawn pawn, it's pretty difficult. I was fawned. I'm the one that does the fawn pawns. I was fawned by a fawn pawn here. I had to eliminate it. Let's have a look at this position. I mean, it's completely lost, but anyway. Black is winning, yes. He's got a mate in 9 with rook takes d5. This is actually a mate in 9. Let's have a quick look. Queen d3 check. Knight e2 check. Oh, I'd have to give up the queen. There's still mate for it here. King comes out. I was trying to look at this other way. I didn't see queen d3 particularly. I thought this other way was dangerous as well, but maybe it's not. No, black is winning here as well. Oh, black's winning here as well. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so king here. There's queen c1 checkmate. King there. There's queen c1 check. And if right, it comes to b2. There's rook b8. Knight b. Okay, it gets a bit involved. Knight b3. Is that really the best move? What about just queening? Simple. Okay, that was just okay, whatever that was. I don't know. Okay, Sadek. I'm over 2,700. Sorry, there was a point to being ruthless the other game. I wanted once to get over 2,700. 2705. 2705. Okay, with pure luck. Okay, pure luck today. So if the opponent only has 20 seconds, think about survival maybe and pre-moves. I think two things, survival and pre-moves, come to mind, especially if the opponent has a fawn pawn. Okay, wiping it out, it does lead to a lot of mating nets, fawn pawns. It takes away escape squares. Okay. Any g4, g5, I'm weakening the diagonal. Is that fatally weakening the diagonal? G4, G5. Is it fatally? Possibly. I'm going to find out. I also flagged, by the way, one of the fastest players in the world this week, Andrew Tang in a Bullet Cup, by the way. I don't know if you've checked that out yet. But he did give me time odds 30 seconds to a minute. He's come ahead of Magnus Carlsen in bullet events. Well, 1 or 2, 1 maybe. But yeah, when he berserks, I feel I've got a little bit of a chance if he gives 30 seconds to the minute. This bishop's blocked in for the moment. So knight e4, bishop c3. I think I think he only berserks me as a privilege because I'm a streamer as well. So I don't think he berserks most people when in bullet chess. So that's a lot of fun. Okay, so do I have bishop c3, king g2? I've got a backward d pawn now. I've got potential for knight f6 and fawn with knight f6 coming up. Killer fawn pawn coming up. So rook e3 here seems necessary. Awkward. Necessary though. Bishop c3, knight f6, g takes, g takes. Idea. Queen h5, rook g3. Okay, he can win. He's going to win a pawn. Or I could take on c4. Why don't I just take on c4? It's going to pin with bishop d5 after. The more dynamic way to play this might be knight f6. G takes, rook takes, queen g4 check, king h8, king f2. Oh, he's got bishop c5. King h1. Bishop moves, rook g1, threatening queen g7, queen g8. So let's walk through this again. Knight f6, g takes, rook d3, c takes, king h1 with the idea rook g1. Well, he's got things like bishop h6. Is there any way? The thing is with d takes, I'm going into a pin. If I move my rook, he's got bishop d5. I think that's the end of the fun. Bishop c3. Oh, let's just do it. Pawn. Oh, it wins immediately the pawn with queen g4. That was quicker than expected. Queen g7. That's a fatal move. Yeah. Okay, yeah, there's queen. Let's have a look with the computer here. Black is winning. Okay, but the computer knows how to defend. Yeah. I was looking at this. Let's have a quick look at this fictional variation. I was looking at king here. Oh, c5. Oh, c5 just wins. This is too slow. All this queen g4, rook g1. It's too slow. He just plays bishop b7. He pins. He just takes that out. As long as g7 is protected. Okay, bit of luck there. Okay. There are lots of resources probably for black. Let's play the bishop b5 Magnus Carlsen line. Queen d2, bishop h6. Rook b1 and bishop h6. Rook b8, rook b1. d5, e5. Bishop h6 probably is a good idea to take this out. e5 probably is a good idea to fragment the pawns. Try and fragment the pawns. Knight d5, knight e4. Keep the tension. There's no bishop g4 just yet. Hitting c5. a3, c4, knight moves back. Oh, there is ed, queen c3 check potentially. If I play knight takes e5 here, so c4 and queen c3 is interesting. Immediately knight takes c6. a3 to stop knight b4 though. c4, there's knight b. That's queen c3. Knight's holding d3. f4. Is f4 plausible? Knight takes f4, queen takes f4. f4 seems plausible. a3, c4, queen c3 could be a good plan. I've seen this diagonal being used before in this variation in some stem games. What about c4 immediately, or knight takes c5? Well, knight takes c5 immediately, queen b6, d4, queen b2. Would he play like that? It's possible. I think this might be okay. Might be okay. Giving up b2 might be okay. d4. Queen b6, d4, queen b2, g4, hg, hg. No. He would have queen c2. Okay, knight f3 here. There's knight f4. Knight c4 stops queen b6. Maybe knight c4 is the way to go. There's queen a7, d4. Okay. If I just get the king off the danger diagonal, do that. Alright, so queen c3 might be handy on rook d8. Let's keep an eye on this diagonal. Queen d6, b4, queen b6, b4. Rook a, e1. Okay, so b4 here. a5, a3. Queen d2. Queen f3. Rook f3 here. Is that terrible? Just to hold c4, otherwise c4 is dropping. Rook f3. Maybe. Needs, must. It looks awkward. I can take on a6, or I can play g3 or king g3, maybe h4, king f3. I don't like weakening the second rank with g3. I feel like rook d2, for example. I think this is better. I'm hitting a6 at the moment. So king f3, g4 is another plan. King f3. Is that useful? Hang on a sec. Rook e1. Why not rook e1? King f3, g4. Right, so g3 here. Keep the pin. There's bishop h3. F takes. Okay, he's got that f file. It's getting a bit scary. What about king f2 for rook f3? Oh, rook f8. Okay, I'll take that off. King e3. This rook's not going out of that painful place, is it? Maybe there's knight d6, knight e4, rook a3, rook c4, knight d6. Right, so knight e4 here. There's king f5. Okay, is there king f5? I just want to check that. I think I should check that. Oh, you can guard d6 anyway. So this rook a3 is out of the window at the moment. I'm not even hitting a6. Alright, so say king e6 or king f5. What about c5? c5, a3 then c5, bishop f5. Okay, you can play bishop f5. I'll go back to c5 or c5 here, bishop d5, knight d6. Okay, b5 for this pass pawn, or b takes. Well, not just b takes. The pawn's really bad. I can get tempo for rook d3, rook d6. He's got a check. Oh, he's got rook e4 as well. I've got c4 coming up. That gives me king e4 potentially. Pawns on dark square. Rook b3, rook b7. Rook b3, rook b7. I'm dropping a few pawns. Rook b7, king f6, knight e8. I've got to pass the a pawn here to factor in. Hang on a sec. Okay, I can win that bishop. This rook and pawn ending. Do I really want to go for that? I'm running out of time. If I just hold that for a moment. Ah, I don't know. It's pre-move time. I think that was a mistake. It's giving me this check. Let's take this out. Oh, it was a tough game, very tough game. Very, very, very tough. Well played. Ooh. Ah. Friedel. I'll play for d4. Castle on d4. H3 g4 for knight g3. G3 first. G4 knight g3. Queen d2, bishop h6. After. And he's got f5 coming. Queen d2 here, f5, bishop h6. G takes, queen takes. I'm not quite sure now. Maybe queen d2 is more cautious. Controlling f4 a bit more for f5, f4. If I play knight g3, I'm not controlling f4. Knight g3, f5. G5. Maybe just about g5. f5, g5. Play f4 to win d4. It weakens the diagonal though. f4, bishop f4, knight d4. What about if I play f4 here? I'll try and keep things solid. Get the king off the diagonal of death. D5 is worth it. Try mark e6. Knight a5, b3, knight d8, bishop a7, bishop e3, queen e3. That wins a piece. Bishop e3, queen e3, I'm on e7. Knight d8 wins a piece. Knight a5 wins a piece. Seems as though this was winning a piece. There's something unfortunate about the possession here for black. Tactically. Just take knight c4, queen e2 hits c4 and e7. So e7 and c4 hit. Alright, thanks for the game, Friedel. Okay, Qualtig. If I castle and king h2. f4, g4, knight g3 again. Is he castling? Okay, that's interesting. I imagine a4 is useful. Maybe there's a better way of playing position with bishop e3, a3, b4 instead. I'm running into d5. I think I've got d5 under control at the moment. a3, b4 looks strong. Can try and open lines to my king. What about f5, trying to lock down? Okay, so a3, b4 plan. bc, queen c5. Or dc. There's rook b1, there's knight d5, potentially. So imagine rook b1, b4. Okay, oh, he's playing on the queen side with his king there. Okay, trying to open up these lines then. Takes an a4. Or knight d5, extend the scope of the bishop. Knight d5. d5 is weak. Opens up the bishop, the rook on d5. Knight d5 is still, there's a weak d5 pawn. Maybe that's best though. The bishop and rook locked in at the moment. B takes an a4. No. I should stop saying b takes. That d pawn's going to go on b takes in a bad way. a4 though. C takes a takes b5. What about bishop takes d4? ed, there's knight f4. If takes, there's rook c1. So I think bishop takes d4 for knight f4. There's g5 fg. So I'm holding d5. g5 fg, and there's knight e6. B takes queen a4. C takes a takes b5. c4 a takes b5. There's no rook g3 here, is there? A takes for queen a4. Queen a4, b6, queen b6, queen a8. And there's also an idea of knight e6 to open up the bishop on the diagonal. And b6 immediately. There's rook a8 check here. King b7. There's knight e6 there. F takes, d takes. There's knight b8, queen a4. So king b7, knight e6. Queen moves. It's got b6. There's queen a4. I'll try this. Knight e6, f takes, d takes, king b6. That seems unnecessarily unsound. What about rook a6 to c6? Potentially unsound. Let's play rook c6, and also knight e6 seems still interesting. Now there's always d5 though. How about queen a4, knight a6, queen a6? Queen a4 to start off with knight e6 in hand. He's always got rook e6 as well. But knight e6 in hand. So there's either rook e6 or FED takes. Hang on a sec. Knight e6 here. Hold on a sec. I just misplayed this. He's just got d5. Hold on. Alright, he didn't need to do that. He could have just taken it on d5, threatening queen a8. My pawns are pretty connected. Bishop c6, hold the pawns. Rook d7, he takes that one. And that's bishop d5 to c4. Right, hold this one. g4. Hold the second. Hang on. Isn't that a7 takes king b6? And then rook a2. Bishop c6, king d8, check, king e7. I might as well just do this straight away. Rook d8. Alright, thanks for the game, Gultik. Okay, Rick NZ. Okay. Scary gambit. Alright, I like seeing that move. Let's reinforce e5, or everything drops off in the centre. Just in case I need a pin on one of the pesky knights. Bishop c5, I just take. So I'm on d5 here. Knight d5, ab, e6 is dangerous, probably. He check, there's king f1, he takes his knight c7. If he takes knight c7, king e7, queen d6. This e6, say he plays bishop e7, knight c7, he plays bishop c5, just bishop c5, queen g7. Do I need to do this? Don't need to do it, but it seems a lot of fun to play e6. As king's got an escape probably. I'll pick up the rook. pick up the rook. Or not. If I just castle instead, because he's got things like queen a5. Maybe castling instead, he's got e5, bishop e5, or queen d5. Okay. I'll go for e6 instead. Change of plan. Knight f6, queen f3. Actually, I'm on e6 here anyway. Knight f6, queen f3. No, he protects e6. It's going to take out f4 or something. E3 for b4. What about just the central rook? If I just take that. A3 for b4. Try that. Okay, I'll take it. Potential for rook c7. Knight d6 threatens queen takes b4. What? Why has he resigned? I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing here, honestly. I'm material down still. Let's have a quick look. Oh right, no, I was thinking of knight d6. I was just calculating knight d6, which is probably much better for black. Yeah, look at this. Takes. If I had played this, much better for black. Yeah, there's a point to note. The knight's pinned. Yeah, that's why this. I think that's probably why. The resign, but black's much better there. I'm still material down. If you resign, you can't win. That's the problem with resigning. If you keep on to the better end, better end, you need to. It tests me. What if I'm not going to play what you've seen, which is, I presume, this, which is clearly winning. But it's, if you play to the bitter end, it's almost like setting a little trap that I don't. Okay, that's winning. But what if I did play knight d6? Because I was thinking about queen takes b4. There's a bit of a lure to sort of, yeah. And then I'm in trouble. Maybe not completely lost immediately, but black is much better. But yeah, okay, I've been lucky this week. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed today. So 1 fun 10 boring. Yeah. Some luck there. Have a good rest of the week, and see you next week. Okay. It's maybe the same earlier time. Okay. Thanks very much. Cheers then.